Greenberry. Great, thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Jen, and this is my friend Romy, and we are coming to you live from the Perler lab. So we are so excited that you're with us today. We are doing a Valentine project. It looks like we have a few friends that are still getting on, so we're just going to give it a quick minute. Today we're doing Perler caps. So Perler caps are new. We're really excited about these. They're different than regular Perler beads. One side has a cap to it, so you can see when we have a finished project what it looks like. So let's get started, and we'll talk about the supplies that we need today. Okay, so first of all, most importantly, when you signed up for the class, you should have received a downloadable printable pattern sheet that looks like this. It has two projects on it that we're doing today. Romy's going to do one, I'm going to do the other. And the sheet also lists the color beads that we need. Do you want to tell everyone what we need today, Romy?
Sure. We need magenta, plum, bubblegum, and white.
Okay, so all of those Valentine colors are in the Perler Cap Bead Tray Brights. This was on the list of supplies. Also, the white comes in an individual 750 bead pack, and these individual packs come in a lot of colors. If you don't have the white, that's no big deal, because Perler beads, the best part about Perler beads is that you can really be creative with them and you can change the color. So even though we're asking to use magenta or white, you can switch it up. You can use any of the beads in the tray today, no problem at all. And we'd love to see how cool your project turns out, even if you don't follow the color pattern that we do. Also, you're going to need a large, clear pegboard, the square. If you picked them up at Michael's, they look like this. There's 2 in a pack. This pack also comes with a tweezers and ironing paper. The ironing paper you will definitely need, and if you've done Perler beads in the past, you probably have some ironing paper at home. It's reusable, which is a great thing. The tweezers are optional. I like to use the tweezers. Some people like to use their hands. It might be easier for you to put the beads in with your fingers rather than using the tweezers. We are going to make a Valentine's card out of our project today. So we also recommended a construction paper and cardstock paper. We picked up red and white for Valentine's Day. If you're making it into a card, you'll need a scissors, and we also picked up some craft glue. Most importantly, you'll need an iron. The iron is just a regular household iron, no steam or any water in your iron. We use it at a medium heat. The reason why Romy's with me today is because we recommend that the Perler caps are for ages 12 and up. So although you might be 12 or 13, we recommend that you use the iron with an adult if you're 16 and under. We just want everyone to be safe. So even though you're old enough to Perler cap, we just want to make sure that you have an adult with us when it's time to use the iron. So I think we have all our supplies ready. We pulled the tray out already organized. That's just how I like to Perler. Even when we buy some of our beads in the larger jar, I personally like to separate them before we start. The best thing about this is they come already separated. So you take them out of the package and you feel completely organized and ready to go. So I think if everybody is good, we're going to get started. Romy and I talked before the class started, and she would like to do the heart, and I'm going to do the I love you. With the caps, what's different is that you have to make sure that you're placing your bead in between the pegs. So that is what is so cool about the Perler caps. It's new, it's exciting, we love it. And then when you're finished with the project, as you can see, one side's already closed and it looks fantastic. You only iron one side with the caps. So that's also what's different about this. So before we get started, we also just want to let you know that we recommend not starting at the very edge of your pegboard. Maybe starting one row down, and you line it up so that the pegs are on either side of the circle pattern. Now, if you're at home and you joined us and you don't have the caps, not a big deal at all. You can still use regular perler beads. And then we recommend that you just shift your pegboard over so that you are placing the bead right on top of the peg. So we're going to move ours back because we're doing the caps today. I'm going to make some room, put this stuff behind us, and we are ready to get started. So I'm going to line up my pegboard. Are you ready, Romy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll get started. I like to use my hands and put the beads in my hand. It's just a little bit easier for me. Now, when you are doing your pattern, some people go from top to bottom. I personally like to go by color, and I finish all one color first, and then I continue on. Now, it's important that when you put it in between, that it's this way and it's the solid side down. Okay, so I'm gonna put my first one there, and then I just line it up, and now I'm ready to go. So they're different, but they're very cool. And at the end, your project looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
So Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
I love Valentine's Day. Romy and I are
Mm-hmm.
pink and red today, right?
Yep.
This makes a great Valentine for anyone in your family. Valentine's Day is just about anyone you love. It could be a galentine for your gal friends.
Was a question about the solid side down. So I would just say that again.
Okay.
Solid
So
versus regular.
we have a Q&A going, so please feel free to write your questions. We already received one, and that is which side goes down. So again, it's the solid side down in between the pegs,
Unless you're using regular.
unless you're using your regular perler beads. Now, if you're using the regular perlers, just remember to move your pegboard over so the peg is on top of where you would put the bead on the pattern. So in between.
Michelle would like to know your favorite bead color versus cheddar.
I love cheddar. So I'll tell you that I do love this magenta.
Mm-hmm.
I love bright pinks. I also am a fan of toothpaste in the regular perler beads. I think because I also love the name.
Somebody asked where we get the tweezers.
So the tweezers do come in the pack of the pegboards. So with the pegboards, it is a pack of 2 large clear pegboards, the tweezers, and the ironing paper. And again, that's up to you. That's not something that is required to do perler beads, whether it's cap or the regular beads. It's just individual preference. So we said earlier, we're coming live from our perler lab. We're in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
We would love to find out a little bit more about our audience. If you wouldn't mind telling us where you're from, we'd love to hear where you guys are from. What states are joining us? It'd be great to know.
Vermont, first in.
Vermont.
Wow.
That's awesome. Welcome, Vermont. So it's pretty cold here in Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
and we are expecting some snow this weekend.
some dates. So there's a Virginia, San Francisco, California.
Wow, Virginia, San Fran. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Ohio, and 11 in PA, so close to us.
Another Pennsylvania, Ohio. Welcome, you guys.
Mhm.
So it sounds like we do have some states out there that got some snow.
Mhm.
I love the snow. Do you like the snow, Romy?
Yes. Yeah.
We recently have been snow tubing.
Mhm.
That's something that we like to do here in Pennsylvania, along with skiing. We've got lots of ski mountains. How about you guys? Anyone want to share while we're doing our Perler project? What kind of winter sports you like to do?
I like to go ice skating.
Oh, ice skating, that's fun.
Mhm.
Lots of places for ice skating around here.
Mhm.
Let us know if we're going at the right speed.
Jalen from Georgia, 2 people from Massachusetts, and a Louisiana.
Georgia, Massachusetts, and Louisiana. Welcome, you guys. So, Romy, for Valentine's Day, do you guys do anything exciting in your house? Do you celebrate?
I think I'm gonna get donuts with my sister.
Donuts,
Mhm.
like Valentine ice and
Mhm.
themed donuts. That's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to have chocolate on Valentine's Day,
Of course.
of course.
Mhm.
I love the box of chocolate that comes with the assorted, and you never know what you're going to get.
Mhm. Yeah, that's good.
Caramel's my favorite.
Adriana and Addie don't have snow, but they also love ice skating.
Fun. A lot of ice skaters. Okay, so I'm going to keep going on the magenta. And I'm going to start the heart since it's the same color. So we would love to hear if this is your first time using the Perler caps. We've been really excited to do a project live with you guys with the caps.
And Jenna wants to know when you and Romy started doing Perler.
Well, I've been doing Perler a few years. I have a daughter who joins us sometimes on our Michael's Live. She loves to Perler. It's a great activity. We've made a lot of cool things,
Mhm.
gifts for teachers. We've made gifts for grandparents. How about you, Romy? Have you been Perlering for a while?
Yeah. I used to just make little ones.
Little projects, smaller projects?
Yeah. When I didn't know what anything was.
And your family Perlers.
Yeah.
You shared with me before that you've done it with your mom and sister.
Yeah.
It's a good family project,
Mhm.
and you can do it by yourself.
Mhm.
Another person asked for the difference again between caps and normal.
So we had a question come in about between the regular normal Perler beads and the caps. And so I'll try to hold one up. Maybe you guys can see it a little bit better. That the cap bead comes closed on one side. I'll try to hold it up so you can see it. And the other side is open. And when you make a project with these, you have to go in between the pegs. And then I think we have a sample. Yes. So here we have a regular perler bead, and you can see through it, both sides are open. But when you're doing a project with regular perler beads, I'll just show you really fast. It goes on the peg. So I'll put it next to this one. The difference is on the peg versus in between the peg. So just make sure if you're using the caps today, again, it's cap side down, the closed side down, and you're going in between the pegs. Also, you only iron one side with the caps. When you use regular perler beads, because both sides are open, you do have to flip the project around when you're ironing, and you iron the opposite side as well. Just got to shift your pattern over a little. Hopefully you guys are doing okay. Let us know if you have any more questions. When we start to talk about the ironing, we'll go slow. We'll do it a couple times, make sure everybody knows how to do it. Also, we would love when you're finished with your project, if you upload it and hashtag make it with Michaels, then we get to check them out, and we love that. So just remember to hashtag make it with Michaels. So Romy and I can check out everything that you guys did today. Especially if you're changing the colors up a little bit, getting creative.
Question on substitutes for ironing paper.
Okay, so we had a question on ironing paper. If there's anything else that you can use. Parchment paper, that works. But of course, we recommend the ironing paper because it is reusable. And just making sure we said parchment paper, that's not wax paper. You need to make sure that you're not using wax paper, just a parchment paper. Okay, I'm going to start on the eye in my project, which is plum. How's it going, Romy? You're doing great.
Yeah, I just finished mine, so I'm gonna move my board up here, and I'm gonna do this heart right here.
Oh, cool. That's a good idea. So Romy's done with her heart, but I think she's going to make a second one.
And
Make
I'm gonna
it
change the
smaller.
colors.
Oh, fun. And if you guys don't get finished with both projects, that's fine. You can always come back to it. Even if you wouldn't finish the first one you're working on, you can always just put it aside, come back. Line mine up again. Okay, now I'm going to start the U. And this is bubblegum.
I really like the magenta.
It's bright. I love it. Let us know if we're going too slow, too fast. We want to make sure we're answering all your questions. Great job. So again, when we're finished with the project, we can make it into a card. You can hang it on your bulletin board. You can use it as decorations on your breakfast table with your Valentine donuts. Okay, so now I have just the inside to do in the white. How's everybody doing out there?
Somebody asked if they can do rainbow colors. So of course that would be really pretty hard.
Yeah,
That would be great.
that would be really pretty.
And then we definitely want to see the project. So please remember to hashtag it. We also review how to iron on Perler.com. So once we get through the ironing process, like I said, we'll go over it more than once.
Let's see, on the I love you, do you do the border once or twice?
So the pattern is the magenta is one time, but of course you can switch it up and the next row into the square if you wanted to do another row of magenta or any other color. That's where you can use your creativity. I'm sticking with the pattern for the class, but you can certainly change it up.
I kind of want to add a white border to my heart, so I'm going to do that.
Okay. So far you like the caps?
Yeah, I really like the caps.
Border off, that back. Straighten this guy out. Almost halfway there with my white. Keep going in between. Again, cap side down.
Somebody asked if you need to do it on the paper. So really you could just do the paper beside it and count it out.
Correct.
versus over,
So there's a
especially if you don't have a clear pegboard.
There's a question about whether or not you have to put the pegboard on the paper. You don't. The pegboards come not only in clear, but also in solid colors. And when you have a solid color, you would not be able to see the pattern underneath. So you can just put it a side like this. And then you can count out the beads, and put them on, and you can do that whether it's with the caps or with the regular perler beads. But that looks good, Romy.
Thank you.
Okay, there's a question what your favorite song is.
Ooh, we have a question. What's your favorite song? Romy, do you have a favorite song? That's a hard question.
It really is, yeah.
Maybe just this week. Your favorite song for right now.
For right now. What do you think, Romy?
I'm
Is there
not
a song
sure.
you like to listen to? Maybe even a band or a group?
I'm not sure.
No?
No. I like to listen to a lot of different kind of music.
What kind of music do you like? Pop, rock?
I like pop. My least favorite is probably country, though.
Least favorite is country?
What's your guys' favorite song?
Yeah, I would like to know. That's fun. I'm a big Van Morrison fan.
Me too.
So I would say my favorite song is Into the Mystic by Van Morrison. You guys listen to a lot of music at home, Romy?
Yeah, sometimes.
We always have music going in the kitchen. Makes everybody feel good. Coming up on the last couple of rows here. Everybody doing okay out there?
Yeah.
We're almost done, Romy.
Okay. It looks good.
Thanks. So Romy, if you wanted to, you could start to cut the paper.
Okay.
So we decided that we are gonna make cards out of our project today. So
Yeah.
Romy is gonna start to cut the paper. I finish up.
Do you want red or white?
I'll take the red.
Okay.
Thank you. Any paper you have at home would work, any color. It's done. So as I'm close to being finished, I turn on my iron. It's going to start to warm up. It's about a medium heat. And again, just remember it's no steam, no water. And if you're going about the same pace as Romy and myself, this might be the time when you grab an adult and let them know that you'll be ready to iron soon.
Here's the.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks. Couple more to go.
I think I'm gonna do white.
Okay. Okay, finishing up my project. Hopefully this wasn't too fast and you guys are ready for the next step, which would be to iron. Okay, so my iron seems ready. And again, with the caps, it's one side only. So we're gonna use the ironing paper that came with our boards. And you open it up and lay it on top of the project. And then with the iron, press down. And what's going to be important here is that you make sure that you're fusing all the beads and double checking that you're getting the border. Now, when you start to iron, you'll see your project start to come through the ironing paper. You can see it's getting warm. And you'll see that your beads are beginning to melt. Now with the caps, we do recommend that you iron just a little bit longer than you might with the regular perler beads, since you're only ironing one side. So again, you're just laying your ironing paper on top. I use about a medium pressure. And you can see that the beads are starting to melt and fuse together. I'm going to double check here that I'm getting the border. Let us know if you have any questions on ironing. We're happy to help. And we have tips on perler.com. So after the class, if you don't remember or you just want some extra tips, we talk about ironing on perler.com. So now I'm just going to give it a peek, lift it up. Looks like it's all fused together. Give it one more pass, just to be safe on my border. And then you just take the project and flip it around. And it is still a little warm, so you have to be careful. Again, you see my I love you. So it is a little hot. Just give it a second to cool. So if we were using the regular beads, we would have flipped it over and taken the ironing paper and fused the other side. I'll just lay this here and I'll do yours, Romy. Okay, I'm gonna fuse Romy's.
So good.
Thanks. So Romy cut the cardstock. We'll be ready to make them into a card soon. Okay, again, just medium pressure. You can see that it's starting to melt through the paper. Make sure I get the borders. Just a little bit longer than I would with the regular perler beads. Check it. Yep, all fused. A little bit in the middle. You see them nice and melted there. And I'll go on to the other heart. We're in good shape. You ready with your glue? Okay, so done with this. We finished our ironing. Hopefully that went well for you guys. Flipped it over. We're gonna hold it up just so you can see it. So cool. Okay, now we're gonna use craft glue and we're gonna make cards out of ours. So do you wanna go ahead and get started, Romy? You can do this one.
Sure.
This is just cooling. I'll pop it off. Perfect. Just flip it over. So cute. I'll take that. You want to do the next one?
Sure.
Just make sure we have that on. Nice and snug. What are you going to do with this extra heart you made?
I think I'm gonna put it right here.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you won't have to put it on a card, on cardstock. You can do a lot of cute things with it. Making them into a magnet is definitely a cool thing. Put on your bulletin board. It could be, if you put a magnet on it, you can put it in your school locker. That's cute.
Mm-hmm. I need a sushi magnet.
A sushi magnet with perler beads. That's
It's in
so
my
cute.
room. On the
So
calendar.
here's our finished project.
We'll sit around.
Sorry about that. There you go. So cute.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So thank you guys for joining our Perler Cap class. Again, make sure you hashtag Make It at Michael's. I had a great time. I
Me
hope
too.
everyone has a great Valentine's Day. We'll be back in March with an Easter project. So we hope you sign up at michaels.com and join us. And we hope you have an amazing Valentine's Day. So thanks for joining us. See ya. Bye.